Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included Spaced Out Edition here on our Avengers colony. So in our last episode, we've been expanding our automation, and we have crude oil coming in from Fuelian, appropriate name, so that we can generate plastic. We haven't started that yet, but we'll get there. It says max gas pressure. Oh, is there a... No, there isn't. Max gas pressure. Well, that means it's not going to do anything. We're not going to use it at all until we get rid of some gas. How can we do that? What can we do down here? Gas. Alright. Here's my thought. We've got these farms all over the place, as you can see. What's that one doing? Okay, that's what that one's doing. We've got these farms all over the place. Maybe, I think there's two things we do that will start with the transformation of our base. One, liquid storage, and two, gas management. So liquid management and gas management. I think that's our first thing. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that we designate and we rebuild all of our liquid storage and we move it all to somewhere in the base or somewhere in the map, right? Let's take a look. Where could we effectively move it to? There's lots of places. I mean, I'm thinking right in this area here, because we don't have to worry about temperature so much, but we do, right? So we, for example, our polluted water, we actually want our polluted water to be fairly warm. Up to 40 degrees here, minimum of 35 here, and a minimum of 35 there. So here's what we can do. All right. Let's do some planning. We're just going to put it on a 1. We could use this volcano down here to help manage some of our polluted water, because most of our polluted water is going to be cold. Whether we're pulling it from these areas, it's coming from here even. Coming from the toilets because our regular water is cold. Yeah. So I just have to think about how can we do this effectively. It means quite a bit of work. But, so the first thing I think we need to do is uproot that. Get it out of the way. Alright. And then, so I think polluted water we're going to put close to this volcano. We could do it here, to where we are grabbing it from there. Actually, we don't want to make it out of granite. Well, we do and we don't. So here's the thing about tiles. You know, if you are doing liquid storage, it's going to build up pressure, right? So if you make it out of sandstone or like sedimentary rock, it's going to break easy. Granite is strong. And then some of these others are fairly strong as well. But you want either... Yeah, I think granite's the right one. Is there anything else? Fossil, mafic. If you use mafic or obsidian, it's thermally reactive, so it's going to absorb the cold or hot from the outside or expel it. So I think, yeah, granite's the right one to do. Okay. Made up our mind. So we're going to do here, and we're going to do some heat transfer out of those. So this is where I think I'm going to use obsidian in the middle there. All right, let's go back to granite. All right, we're going to do a nice large tank. Obviously, some of this will get moved, all of that. We'll figure it all out. we're going to come down right here. So this will be our access point in so that we can work on it. Is right here. And then, of course, over here. All right. Now, we'll take it up higher. So how big do we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Actually, well, what we're going to do is we're going to do this first. So it's going to come all the way over to here. Now this isn't one, this is going to be multiple tanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to do 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This tank's a little bit larger. So technically we could do that and we get 3 tanks. Yeah, that works. Because we need polluted water, ethanol, and salt water. Fresh water is going to be in a different location because we need access to the fresh water for our manual farms, for our grills, for things like that. So, yeah. All right. So let's go up and let's go up to there. All right. Then we can take our just igneous rock and we're going to build ladders down each side so that we can work on the tanks and access them at any point. Okay. Cool. All right, and then inside each, of course, we will have goodies. We're going to need more steel. Better make sure we're not sending all of our steel over. Okay, we put a ton of food in here, didn't we? We did, so let's turn that off. We're sending all of our steel over to the other, probably. Possibly. What is it, grubfruit reserve? Is that what we have here? No, we have pickled meal. Pickled meal. There we go. All right. What else do we got on here? Anything else by chance? Doesn't look like it. Did we put anything in here? No. So let's just deactivate that. Cool. All right. Well, that sent a bunch of food over to the other colony. You can tell it reduced us by about 100,000. That's fine though, because now in Pelion, ta-da, 235,000 food. But that's good. How are we doing over here? We're doing good. Oil, we are still working on, okay, moving over, so we're doing okay. All right, cool. Anyways, let's see what this is. We can get an arbor acorn. We can get another dupe. Luddite, no. Decreased. Wow. There's nothing really worth it, unfortunately. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start working through all of this. That means we're going to go across the bottom of these to get into here. Before they get all the way through, in fact, I'm just going to cancel those two. Because we'll build up this wall, and then that way, you know... Well, I guess these guys aren't... Yeah, these guys are wearing suits. I don't want to mix it up because there's no suit path over there. All right. Okay, so that's our liquid management. Now we need a gas management. Now, we got to think of how we want to do this. Now, I'm thinking long term. You know, we're gonna make sure that temperatures are the right temperatures in these. We're gonna regulate it. Same thing with our gas. So, for example, what we need is we need a place to, instead of having these inside the base like this, What I'd rather do is that all the gas comes down to one point and we pull it out. And we pump it into a room that has like 3 or 4 of these. And then it has a pump to recycle fresh gas, oxygen, and just put it back into the base or wherever we need it. Carbon dioxide into, like, say, mushroom farms. You know, so we can move it where we need to, right? That's the goal. So we have to figure out where to do that, where to take it, and how we're going to do that. Okay, so these are going to come up. We'll have to figure out how big these tanks are. We don't need them huge, but we want them big enough to where we can store as much liquid as we need to. That's our goal. All right. So, gas management. It's going to come down to what type of temperature. Oh, we're breaking this again. Darn it. Yeah. And see, this, having the right temperatures of liquids and gases and all of that's going to help. What's our temperature of liquid coming into here? It's at -3 degrees. Yeah, problem is we don't have... Yeah, I know what the issue is, but... we don't have ceramic and no way to make clay. I mean, we have mud. I don't think we can... Whoops. Come back here. I'm looking at something into their base elements. So by chance, does this output... It says base elements? Is there clay and mud? We do have a little mud. How much power is it? 120? Where do we have space? I mean, let's sludge press a little bit of mud. We have hardly any, but we have a little bit. If we get clay out of it, then that would be excellent. Right? Okay. Anyways. Cool. Looks like we're gonna need to clean up some liquids as well. That's fine. There's always random liquid everywhere that they gotta step through that we gotta clean up. Okay, anyways, back on track. So how big do we want these to be? I almost kind of messed this up. I almost want to make them stack them on top of each other vertically so that we can have a door that they go in to access it instead of anything open where they other things can accidentally drip into it. But I mean, I guess it would be okay if we seal it up above. It's going to be fine. So for example, let's say that this is as deep as we want it to be. Then what we would do is we would do this. Eventually across there as well. So we would put this across, and then this would be our area where we could put in our one, where they can walk across it, and we can put in these things. Gotta wait for it. Day-night cycle. Because that's what we would want, right? So we'd want one, well, not there. We'd want one here, and one there. With a tile, and a tile. Actually, 2 tiles. Cancel that. And then we just want a walkway, which is already built here. So that's actually perfecto. Yeah, I think this will work. And we can use this space up here if we need to. Not sure for what, but we can use the space. And this separates them out. Okay. We'll keep that where it is for now. So we'll do that. We'll do that. And that. Cool. Alright, well, we'll keep them working on this stuff. Excellent. We are making steel, so that's good, because the goal is, no matter what, I'm just going to put a steel pump once we get it into each of these, so that, well, no, yeah, we can do iron. Yeah, we can do iron. So there'd be one here, there'd be one here, and there'd be one here. None of this water is going to be over temperature to melt any of this, so that would be our pumps. And then, of course, we will run power through this line towards our main grid. All right, there we go. So anyways, we'll let them work on that. Let's pop over to Fuelium. How are we doing over here, guys? Okay, we dug through this. We've drained more liquid oil through. We're working over here. Okay, good, good, good. How are we doing on oxygen? It's down a little bit again. This one factory is just not quite enough to pump it up. We seem to have non-oxygen gases. We see why. We're just not running this enough of the time to get through. It's just not right. We've got plenty of liquid. That's not the problem. But it needs to get up to the right temperature so that we don't break it. So yeah, that's a problem. So, but I don't want to use this water. How can we do this? Who's scalding? Over here? Are we? Oh, because we dug into this little spot. Yeah. I hope this isn't going to be too hot. Oh, look at it. It's 1500 degrees Celsius. And that's rising. Let's... Okay. We'll let him build this. We're going to have to be really careful how we do this. Yeah, because we're already at 300 degrees over here. Okay. Yeah, we're going to need to be careful about that. Didn't realize that. It's like, whoops. We want to be a little careful that we don't accidentally cook our dupes. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. All right, so we've finished that. We're just going to go all the way over. Get all this stuff. Okay. That's over pressure. What were we putting gas in? Oh, it's to filter this out. Ah, yes. So another reason why we need to get all of this taken care of. Right now, both of our things are offline. This one has 51 cycles before it's active. This one has 8 cycles. So this one will become active next. What's the temperature in here? Really cold. Do I come in here and... You know what? Let's grab that, mop it up. Yeah, we can get in there. Yep, yep. Don't hurt yourselves, guys. Cancel that because I don't want them to get stuck down here. Yeah, if we get these built, then that'll help control the temperature. We're gonna have to take it one little piece at a time and be careful. We're close to that volcano. So we'll just have to be careful about that we don't accidentally cook our dupes. That would not be good. No, it would not. Alright, in Felion, what is our next step over here? Yeah, oxygen's... We were thinking about the water. I mean, we can put water into it and just come out of here. But I mean, as soon as this water's gone, it's gone. That's our problem. We got water coming in here. This is working. Okay, he had to empty it. Okay, I see. There we go. Yeah, this base is always going to be tricky because there are no... Well, I say no, but I mean, there is a possibility that we discover a vent over here, but I doubt it. I think we've discovered all the vents there are on this base. The water is just not a thing over here, and so that means for both bases, we have this vent here. It's creating brine. We have this one here, which doesn't seem to really go off much, but it has been dormant. We do have this vent as well, creating this. This is carbon dioxide, so we can cycle that into the farm. Yeah, so we're just... Yeah, they came in and cleaned it, but then... Yeah, so... I don't think that's going to do any good because we've got so much liquid coming in here. We're just going to keep filling it because we've got this. In fact, we don't... can we just close that so we're just not constantly cycling water through? And then I see a problem. We were supposed to take this out, figure out what to do with all of this. Yeah. Where are we gonna put water? Ideally, we're gonna put it in a tank. Okay, we'll pull it out of this, is what we can do. So, we can go across there. And then, for now, we want to get it into this. Yeah, we do, don't we? Temporarily. All this eventually will come out, but temporarily that'll fix it. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get there. Alright, well, we have a plan here for our tanks. The next plan is how to manage our gas, because we're not going to generate any plastic until we get the carbon dioxide out of this area, because this is max gas pressure. It is over pressure. Yeah, we've got tons of it. So we need to figure out where to take that. Now, ideally, we want to cool the temperature of our oxygen a little bit, but at the same time, maybe not. I think we need two farms. We need a cool oxygen farm from recycling, and we need a hot one, because there's certain things like these where we could pump in hot gases, and it would just be a plus for those farms. It would work. Not super hot, but, you know, 40 degrees would be perfect. The other one, we want about 20 degrees. So we need 2 carbon dioxide recycling farms. One cold, one hot. The hot one, obviously, we could take advantage of this. And the cold one, we could take advantage of this. So I think that's where we're going to put them. So we need to figure out how to do it. So the hot one is going to be really tricky, but we want to leak a little bit of temperature. Yeah. We want it big enough to have several of these machines recycling gas. And then we want the cold one as well over here. So actually, maybe it'd be better to have the hot one over here. So for example, we come down. This is where we're gonna grab our heat. Yeah, our heat exchange. We would want I think long-term 3 of these. Or do we really? We may not need 3, but I'm thinking long-term. This is gonna. Yeah, we'll stick to 3. Okay, and then this is gonna come up like this. We would put a door in up here, actually, below that. Rarely need to come in here, but we would put a door. And I realize that we're gonna have to, yeah, move these. Because we're putting in a ladder. Alright. So maybe we'll only do 2. 1 on each side. Because see, then we need a water sieve as well. Now the trick is will 1 water sieve power 2 of these? I think it will. We'll try it. If not, we can put another one in up above it and separate it out, right? But if we do that, what we would do is come over here and we'd go in like that, right? And then these, that would go like that. And that would go like that. That's how we would do that. Power-wise, it's going to take, you know, a little bit of power out of this area. But we can hook it up to that. Okay. So we have a plan. This is going to be our hot one because we can put some, so the volcanic temperature will leak into here. And then see, we can mimic this on the other side for a cold one. And we can run cool slush through it. Yeah. So we'd have to figure out how to do this. Let's see, there's going to be a ladder. That, there's so that would be the edge of it, right? Yeah. Fun planning here, you know? And I'm sure there's better ways to do this, but hey, we're exploring on our own to do this. So this would actually come up right here. So we can actually do that. There. And it's going to come all the way up to here. So same height. Okay, and then we need a roof on it, which is going to be here. Like that. And then, of course, we got to get around a little bit. So we're just going to do that. We can do the same thing over here. Yeah, like that. So there's 1, 2... Okay, well, we'll get all this figured out. And that's like that. And that's like that. And that's like that. And that's like that. So that digs all that out. On this side, we would need to do that. And that. That. And then we're going to, of course, dig down as well. Okay, cool. Well, we got a lot going on. So that is our plan. We still, of course, will have a freshwater tank somewhere we'll set up, but we'll have polluted salt and ethanol. We will have 2 gas recycling centers, one hot, one cold, so that we can take hot oxygen where we need to, and we can take, you know, I mean, it's not going to be really cold oxygen, but medium oxygen, 20 degrees or so, into the base or wherever we need to for farm management, temperature management, right? And then see, we'll be able to remove all of these things from inside the base because we're going to just take all of the carbon from our machines, from our factories, from our areas, wherever, even from this vent here. We're going to take this carbon and we're just going to pump it into these 2 rooms, and it'll be continuously recycling and providing fresh oxygen as we need for different areas. So that is our goal. Don't get yourself trapped over here. You're going to get yourself trapped, aren't you? Well, I guess you can dig down and get out. Okay. Maybe you can come up here and get out. I don't know. But if you dig this one out, you can get out. Oh, of course, you're going to dig that one out. And now you're stuck. We're going to prioritize this one. Because otherwise you're stuck. Fact. We're going to cancel that. And okay, you got back out. All right, good. I was almost positive. Okay, we've made a mistake. They're gonna, you know, he's gonna get himself trapped. These dupes. You really gotta watch for them. Alright, let's finish up the episode by just checking Felion to see how we're doing. Okay, we're almost dug out over there. Oxygen, yeah, we're gonna have to reactivate this. That's fine. We'll do that for now. Until we get things set up better over here as well. Yep. We'll get there. And in the meantime, we're just going to work on this, and then we'll come back and we can remove stuff, and we can start redesigning and putting in better elements so that we can take it. Oh, we got this. So this is going to just mud to dirt and water. It doesn't... Oh, darn it. I was hoping maybe it would say clay. You know. Okay, well... We'll figure it out. It's there. Won't work for now, but eventually. Anyways, thanks for joining me on our adventure here of planning our liquid and gas management, our plans. It's going to be a while before we get it all built, mainly because it's all a... Oh no, it's all a 5. Okay, never mind. I didn't know we were... I thought it was all on 1s. We might as well just make it all a 5. Before I forget about it. And anyways, yeah. So we will continue working on all of this, and then, you know, what we'll do is we'll start moving things around, organizing manufacturing centers, automated farms that are better than the ones we have, you name it. So we'll see you then. Take care, everybody.